A grateful nation recognizes the service and a sacrifice from men and women who were wounded in combat over the past 250 years. It is Purple Heart Day, set aside for the military honors, recognizing those military service members and veterans. Texas Tech commemorated their service at Memorial Circle this morning and honored the Red Raiders and Lubbock veterans who have received that commendation. The special flag-raising ceremony accompanied a 3-volley salute in recognition. Between 1.8 and 1.9 million Purple Heart medals have been awarded to U.S. service members since the modern decoration was revived in 1932. That includes more than 900 from West Texas.